here with Desiree, let's get that straight.
Yeah,
Desiree
you
Peterson.
to say my name after all this time. And I want to know who this trash is in last week saying that she'll take any challenge and everything else. Well, she's got a challenge. Oh, well, whatever her name is, she's got a challenge right here. I wrestled her a little while ago, and she didn't show me anything that she knew, and she turned over a new leaf. Well, I'll show her what this new leaf's all about.
Desiree, the last time I met you, you were
the
a nice girl.
last time what? I come where the money is.
You go where the money is.
You betcha.
And you've changed your tune entirely. Forget
well, of course I've changed it. Hey, you go back to watching these flames lose and stuff, eh? Come on now. You want to challenge me anytime, whatever your name is, you trash. I mean, come on. Take it on. And you just shut up over there. I come where the money is. You got the money, I want it. And I want the CNWA title. I want to know who holds it.
All right. Well, it's vacant right now, so
well,
you've got
I want
a
it.
shot.
It's mine. I want it.
Desiree, well, it's been kind of a pleasure. Thank you. It's been my pleasure. I can't believe that lady. It was to have been a reunion of the Masters of Disaster. However, Kerry Brown, having to go into the main event, has elected to send in an individual known as the Judge. He's the masked man in the ring, came in with a British curls and with a judgmental robe, and now he's a masked man in the middle of the ring. I don't know where he is or from what stone they found him hatched under, but at any rate, it's not very likable. And he is united with Duke Myers, 305-pounder out of Portland. I use the word united. I don't think so, because Myers and the Judge right from the beginning have taken a distinct dislike to each other. The other combination, the Canadian Connection, that's a great team. The combo of Randy Thatcher and Ron Ritchie. Randy out of Regina, Ritchie from Winnipeg. I like them.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, Ed, this Randy Thatcher, I've seen him for about 4 weeks now in that ring, and him and Ron Ritchie tagged up, I guess, a couple of weeks ago and have gelled very well together. As you can see, they're doing a lot of those double combinations in the ring, and it seems to be working well for this new team called the Canadian Connection.
Sure like the looks of this Randy Thatcher.
Well, he certainly has got a build, and he's been working out every week trying to get more and more into shape, and I don't know what's wrong with the shape he's got, because that looks great. The girls are really liking him over here, and of course they're doing well with the matches, and I think they've got an excellent chance of being one of our first, if not the inaugural one. They should be right in the running for the championship belts. And
I agree with that. And somewhere lurking inside your body, Frank, is a Randy Thatcher body. Me too. Gosh, how do you get that?
Well, Joe and I decided that it'd be much better to have a Randy Thatcher body than a Bulldog Brown body.
Well, especially in the face department, as far as I'd be concerned.
Whoa! Whoa! Just a 2 count. Almost got the Judge. This is Ron Ritchie. He had such a long run with the North American heavyweight title as the People's Champion. They loved him.
Well, they're still loving him today, but you know, the one thing I wanted to make mention was this Judge. It's been my first time looking at him as well as you two, but he's been in there right from the bell. Duke Myers has not been helping out his partner at all in this one.
Well, do you notice every time he goes over there, when the Judge wants to reach, Myers walks away, and initially when they first started, he got into a rhubarb with him. I'm not sure if that's a good tag team up there or a good combination or not. They're certainly talking different.
Well, now the Duke will tag in there because Ron Ritchie is at his mercy, and what else is new for Duke Myers?
He's taking the easy route. Of course, he bangs away with that glove. Boy, he's rough. A little bit scary. 305-pounder. Portland, Oregon. Look out. Nelly got him with the elbow coming in. Oh. I don't know if our television audience heard that, but he yelled at the Judge, let's see if you can do it without falling on your face. He doesn't like the Judge.
Well, and I guess, you know, when you've had a partner like Kerry Brown for as many years as he has, he's got to be a little disappointed, but you'd figure he'd be showing some confidence in the Judge or something. I mean, they want to win this match, I'm sure, but Duke doesn't want any part of this one, except when the man's at his mercy.
I'll tell you one thing, the difference between Kerry Brown and the judge. Judge is better looking.
That might be because he's wearing a mask, Ed.
Even with the mask on, he's better looking.
Got that right. Richie jammed into the corner. Judge caught him with a knee, covers. It's a 1, it's a 2, it's about a 2.5.
Well, I don't even know what to expect out of today's main event now that Kerry
He won't
Brown...
tag.
He will not tag Duke Myers.
That's going to be a costly maneuver on his part because he could lose a permanent partner here, and I don't think the judge is making that many bad moves. I think he's been showing pretty good initiative in here.
Well, Ron Ritchie is coming back with a few right hands there, and you can see that Ritchie's caught fire once again here.
He's always been that kind of a fighter. Explosive is his middle name. But that time it was a knee that exploded on Ron Ritchie.
Well, I don't know what to expect out of that main event with Kerry Brown now filling in for his father. But, Ed, I think you said it best, that he's chickening out. The Bulldog is with the cast on. I mean...
I don't believe he's got a busted arm.
Well, Kerry said he saw him this afternoon, and that was all I heard, which, if you're speculating at home, you would think that Kerry saw him this afternoon without the cast, and the Bulldog had put the brakes on his son up that far into the interview.
There's something haywire there. Something rotten in the state of Denmark.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. Steve DeSalvo's not the man to back down from either Brown, and we should have a dandy of a main event. But Randy Thatcher with a big flying drop kick.
Did you just hear that a minute ago? I was quoting Hamlet on a wrestling show. Now, that's class.
Now, that is class, and we've got a lot of improvement coming here in this show because you're here, and that certainly was an improvement with Brown gone. Now, you know, for 2-3 weeks when you were busy there with the Flames and everything, Brown was just sitting here and just giving everybody the song and dance about how great he was, Joe.
You betcha, but Frank, you know, the funny thing is TV sales went up ever since Bulldog was brought on.
What garbage you teamed me up with? Look at him. He's nothing but a punching bag.
The gospel according to Duke Myers.
If I could get just back to that Bulldog Brown comment again. Actually, TV sales have been up, Frank, since Bulldog's been back here in the CNWA. No word of a lie. Well, I've sold my television set. The rest of the Aiello family has. I'm sure the Whalen and Sisson families have sold theirs, too.
Sales are up. You got it. I love it.
Well, Randy Thatcher performing some great Saskatchewan Rough Rider moves there, maybe from being from Regina with that big shoulder block.
Watch it now. He's handling a big man. Tag, it's Ron Ritchie. Ritchie going straight to work. Yes, sir. He says, come on, I want you, I want you, I want you.
Well, it looks like this judge is in a kangaroo court here because Duke Myers, his partner, will not even tag off, and I don't know what's going to happen here, but the Canadian connection's enough to handle with 2 men, but not just one in there. Sunset flip, and he might have him.
Well, just a minute. Wait, Myers interfering, and Ritchie hammers away at him.
Well, if Duke did anything, he saved his partner from a pin on that one.
Good power slam. 1, 2, 3. He got him. It's all over. It's all over.
I don't know what to say, but the Canadian connection victorious again. Randy Thatcher and Ron Ritchie definitely on a roll. But Duke Myers with this man, the judge. I don't know what's happening here, but Duke didn't want any part of it. Let's go to Ed Whalen. He's got Duke Myers.
You're not happy.
Not happy with a piece of garbage like that? The only person I want to team up with is Kerry Brown. I don't want no garbage like this with me in the ring. That thing there doesn't deserve to be in the same arena with me.
Well, I thought he did a pretty good job, but you let him hang out to dry. You didn't give him a break.
Hang him up to dry. You can't get anything that big that dry.
Well, I don't know.
He doesn't deserve to be. Kerry's the only thing I want. Kerry is a partner, somebody I can depend on. I don't depend on.
Well,
He's just something that you can't
I don't know whether he can a judge talk? I don't know.
Listen to me, Myers, and listen close. There's more with that judge than just the judge, buddy. And I got the jury. Oh, really? And let me tell you something about the jury, buddy. He's going to be with me for the rest of my time, and that's more than I can say with you. You're not about to turn him back. Redneck, douche rag. Speak English. You gotta learn to speak English. The
Don't
sentence
tell
has
me too
been
much.
made.
Don't tell me
The
too much
sentence
before you
has
get
been
hurt,
made,
Turkey.
buddy.
Don't
Yeah.
tell me too much before you get hurt.
Well, the sentence made, Myers. You take your wife, Carrie, and whatever, and understand one thing. The sentence has been set. You are guilty, Myers, and I guarantee you, me and judge and jury get together. Let me tell you something. The laugh will all be over. Myers, the wife, Carrie, and all that stuff, it's gone, baby. Because now the judge and the jury will rule, and you will find out.
All right. I don't think there's much love in this combination of the judge and Duke Myers. My merciful heavens. Oh.
Well, Canadian Connection, you can definitely say it wasn't one of your toughest matches, really facing one man in there, but Ron, it's a victory.
Well, Joe, I'm all pumped up, and I got chills up and down my back, and I got a good reason, because we come in here last week, Randy and I, when with the people behind us, we came up big, and we came back this week, and we come up big again. And I'll tell you, Randy and I, we've got our eyes set on those belts, and Randy and I have been working out hard, and we put it together tonight again.
All right, Randy, you got to be looking forward to that tag team tournament coming up for the CNWA tag team belts.
I'm pretty confident. Ron's got the brawn, I got the brain. We're gelling better than Michael Jackson's hair.
All right, the words of Ron Ritchie and Randy Thatcher, the Canadian Connection, an up-and-coming tag team right here in the CNWA. We've got today's main event and more coming up.
Trying to keep control of things will be Jürgen Herman.
Well, you know, I remember when the last time that Mr. Brown in the ring was here, it was during the Olympics. And if you remember, he tossed the wrestler right through the wall in the building. So I don't know what'll happen here, but I don't think he can take Mr. DeSalvo up there with any disrespect. He's got a battle on his hands tonight.
He doesn't look anxious to join the battle, Joe.
Well, I wouldn't want to be the referee, Jürgen Herman, in this one because you got two real heavyweights. Of course, Brown weighing in at about 265 and DeSalvo 295 plus. But DeSalvo has definitely got a vendetta to carry out here, and he's reversing things right now. And Kerry Brown might be thinking twice about deciding to wrestle for his father.
Beautiful clothesline. And a slam with authority.
And DeSalvo now wants a piece of Bulldog. We might never have to work with Bulldog again. If that doesn't excite you, Ed, I don't know what will.
It's my Christmas present, my Easter present, my birthday present. All right, listen to Bulldog. He's at ringside yelling, "You're lucky it's not me." He chickened out of the match. He did.
I have never seen anybody that can agitate people as much as him, and then he doesn't come through at the moment of truth.
Well, you know, for weeks, Ed, he was telling Frank and myself, oh, Bulldog Bob Brown has got to be the best and maybe toughest wrestler going today. And then when it comes down to things, he won't even get in there.
Well, here's Kerry. Gets in a couple of shots, and a third, and a fourth. And DeSalvo gives him that look.
Well, Kerry Brown heading out for another conference call with Dad.
Dear Daddy, what will I do?
Well, DeSalvo didn't look too impressed with those 4 forearm smashes to the chest. And I don't know.
Oh, shut up and sit down. You don't know what it's all about, Waylon. Get your hands away from this.
Well, Ed Whalen here at ringside with Bulldog, and Bulldog's good hand is left one.
Yeah, he's yelling he's not through with me. Well, we'll see. I don't trust him. I don't trust him.
The crowd is yelling something. We can hardly hear ourselves here at ringside, Ed, but it looks like something fishy going on here with the Brown boys.
What else is new? Did Bulldog pass him something? I don't know.
the referee's checking him out, and he hasn't found anything. Maybe not. It could be a bluff. I don't know. Now, and Bulldog here is catching the eye of the referee, and I think he stuck it in his trunks there or something. I can't see from here. Well, he's got nothing there, Ed.
He has now. He has now. He just slipped it into his hand.
Well, you know, it happened last week in that towel match. Bulldog was at ringside. He interfered, and we have to hope for the best in the case of Steve DeSalvo in this one.
He's got it.
Boys are at it again, and of course there's Bulldog standing over here, Mr. Innocent. Last week he piled into the ring when he shouldn't have, and you're back, at least you're safe here, and he just stands there, and Bulldog laughs and giggles as Kerry gets to work over there on DeSalvo.
Well, this is the first bit of life that Brown has shown in the bout. And we're at the 5-minute mark.
You know what life's all about, Waylon. You never
Get
had
out
it
of here.
to make
Get
it
out of
in the
here.
hard time.
Get out of
Yeah,
here.
just listen.
I'll smack your ass.
Well, Ed, he's talking to you about knowing what life is, but I'll tell you, Mr. and Mrs. Brown must have been worried when Bulldog came through, if you want to talk about life.
1 fall, 1 hour.
I think he's a good excuse for Planned Parenthood.
Oh, that's
Welcome
terrible.
back, Ed.
Welcome back.
Thank you. That's terrible.
Well, Kerry Brown, the king of the mountain right now, and Bulldog trying to get DeSalvo outside the ring with a foot.
Yellow card warning for Kerry Brown. 1 yellow card for Kerry Brown.
Well, Bulldog's having it out with the referee, but I think Jorgen Herman's doing a good job in there, and he doesn't get cheered very often by the fans, Ed.
He's doing a solid job, and he's got a difficult job to do. Oh, my.
Well, nobody home.
Mia. Beautiful shoulder block.
Is Kerry Brown taking enough abuse, not from his father, but from Steve DeSalvo on his father's benefit? But holy cow, he's got to be wondering right now if he wants to disown Bulldog as his dad.
Watch it. DeSalvo's got to drive him. Got him with that block again. It's all Steve DeSalvo.
Well, look at Bulldog. He's a little hesitant now, and he's worried for his son's sake. But he should have thought of that before he even got his son. Oh, what a clothesline.
Man, the ring moved a foot.
Let's see, yelling at you, Ed, something that you must like that.
I'm enjoying every minute of it as DeSalvo pummels him from pillar to post.
Well, DeSalvo was hollering about a pile driver a second ago, but he's trying to make him into a pile driver in that corner, and that certainly would be nice to see Brown getting that kind of a lesson. I mean the father.
Well, this is definitely not one dangerous pit bull right now anyway. Kerry Brown is taking some big shoulder. But Bulldog's getting in the ring, Ed.
What's he doing? What's he doing? What's he doing? There we go, the remnants of Bulldog Bob Brown. I've just been told by the promoter that next week it is going to be a handicap match. Steve DeSalvo against Kerry Brown and Bulldog Bob Brown. Yes, sir, DeSalvo says he wants both of them for lunch, and he's not going to pay the tab. Should be fascinating, to say the least. We will look forward to seeing you next week, but in the meantime and in between time, it's another edition of our wrestling show. Bye-bye now.